first board meeting of 2023. And let's continue to pray for the NFL player last night that was injured, that he'll recover, have a full recovery. There are three things we need to add to the agenda. One is an emergency due to a deadline. The other two are pending litigation. I'd like to ask for a motion to add these three things to the agenda.
Second.
Jimmy and Carolyn, any discussion or questions on these three? All in favor? Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Give y'all a few minutes to look over the consent agenda, then I'd like to ask for a motion and a second, please.
Motion.
Jeff?
Can I ask a question after I do a motion? Motion.
Lavelle, question, discussion?
On D, do we have an amount? Cause Daniel will need to know that for the minutes.
We do. They didn't have the sheets ready. They should be ready tomorrow, so y'all can go ahead and sign them, but I don't have an amount.
We'll need it for E and F as well.
E and F.
Mm-hmm.
She was supposed to be here. I apologize. Something must have come up. How can we do that? I need to exclude them or
I guess just pending no providing total.
pending providing y'all total. Is that okay? We can get that done? Okay, all in favor? Opposed, same sign? Motion carried.
Who's second?
Lavelle.
Just to make sure we get that, cause if it's a big total for the insurance refunds, we don't know what we're looking at on.
Yes, and I know the registration for ML is $150. The motels is $5 something. That's with our block discount. And I don't know what travel is, mileage. We'll get that to y'all.
It's the E and the F is the one that we don't have a clue on.
Okay, all right, E and F. And I will get that to you tonight. There she is. She may have it now. You have those totals for E and F? I'm sorry, Sharon. Gary Clemens insurance and your insurance refund. or do we need to come back to it?
Yeah, we need to come back to it.
You wanna go look it up and get that while we move on?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Gillespie is not here, but, Grace YP&E is asking to waive the fee. This is a nonprofit organization, for the hardware building.
We discussed in the last meeting that they bring the paperwork to the
Yes.
board before we make a decision on this renting these community centers and the hardware out. That's what we discussed in the work session.
You're right.
We need to see it before we,
Pending her providing her, nonprofit organization, what is it, 201c3?
501.
501c3. I have a motion pending her bringing that in.
motion.
Second.
That would be my fault. I thought we were gonna include that when we done the discussion on the policies for the community center.
No,
So I thought we was gonna do
we
all that
already
same.
had brought that up,
Okay.
that they bring in, the, what is it,
501c3.
501c3. We voted on that to, for them to do, because we're having a problem with
Yes.
everybody coming in on the rent the community centers, and they saying they have a nonprofit, raising money, but some of them raising money and not turning in,
Yes,
you know.
I got you. I just thought we were gonna do it all at the same time with our
No,
policy,
no,
so
no,
that's
no,
my
no,
bad.
no, that's-
But I will get it, and I'll ensure that that is a 501c3 in the correct format. All in favor? Pose same sign. Motion carried. She's working on those amounts. Can I skip number 6 and come back, or A and come back to it? Go on to D, tourism, Ms. Lori.
How are y'all? Happy New Year. Tourism resolution to cover holiday lighting that, we did not, and I apologize for this, did not get on there last month. And the amount should be for $3,800, not $3,900, so could you correct that, please?
38,
Uh-huh.
all righty.
And our Main Street Board has approved this.
Motion.
Second.
Tara and Jimmy,
uh,
all in favor? Pose same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Chief Agnew called in, and he is at a house fire at this time. So at this time, I'd like to present his for him. The fire inspector does a lot of inspections for the city, and then has to be called back to make sure that what he has found that is wrong has been corrected and fixed. So Chief Agnew is asking that the city allow the fire inspector to have a city cell phone.
have we
Motion.
always done that?
No, but we have had the, hold on one second, we've got a motion, can I have a second so we can finish?
Second.
Tara? Yes, we have done it, not always for him, but the person in second charge, for example, at the park, has had a city cell phone. Trying to think of others. Can't think of any other ones off the bat, but we have done it in the past, but not for him.
I'm not against, but I'm just saying, we're trying to cut back, and then we study that, and, you know, I didn't know if the inspector needed one or not, 'cause he not there at night. I mean, he just in the daytime, isn't he?
He is, but he is doing city business off-site from City Hall.
Okay.
Any further discussion? All in
Who
favor?
made the motion?
Lavelle and Tara. All in favor? Pose same sign. Motion carried. David is not here, but I did get a report from him that APAC closed down the paving. In my last meeting with the highway commissioner, I learned something. I did not realize these asphalt mixtures have different consistencies. So what happens is APAC gets these state contracts and they're paving highway, and they're the only provider for asphalt for us. So whenever they start mixing for the highway, they won't stop and change their mixture for a city. So it's gonna be a little while before they stop and change that mixture ratio for hot mix to start paving for the cities, and then there's a list. We're just on the list to get paving done. So, David told me that we are on the list to get paved, but at last he called and checked, for one, they closed down for the holidays. Two, they closed down when it's below freezing. or inclement weather. But, David is not here, but he will get us a list of the roads to pave.
Okay, and on that list that we've already all looked at, do we kind of know what order we're going in? How is that being determined?
Whenever it comes back up, we'll have to make a priority list.
Well, I know, can we discuss this?
Yes, this is the discussion.
I know that, East Church was the next one to be paid. And then, we said that they're running trying to find all of this, has all of this been completed?
Yeah, we have found, that's like, I think David gave you all calls last meeting.
He did.
Nearly $4 million redo the sewer and everything on just
That
Church
need to
Street.
be redone for the pay.
Everything up
Yeah,
through
it needs
there.
to be redone.
Cause the paving's almost 800,000.
But it's a bad time to pay right now. It's good they run behind, cause it'll be good for the city because they need to be done in the spring and summer.
And we need to be looking for grants for that.
Yes,
That other, but I think that needs to stick on the priority.
yes.
But they running an ad, they was showing some, in that book we got, in the mail, the MML, running something in there about you need to get these grants in now.
There's money out there.
There's
for
money
what
out
we're
there
doing.
right
Yeah.
now, but I looked in that book and it's showing several cities that's applying for that. It's like one of them is $100,000 and then they got more other grants that you can apply for to get, but you gotta do it in January. I read that book that before you can get it. You got, but that's why I'm saying you gotta apply now because the legislature's in session right now for that. It gotta go through them,
Right.
yeah.
So who can do this, applying for the grant?
Well, this grant is gonna
Engineer
be,
can do this?
yes, it's one of the, I cannot think of the acronym. Paul, help me with the acronym for those large grants, C government. It's not CDBG, it's something else. Or is it, do I have it right?
Normal sewer and water, most of it's Mississippi rural water is what they're,
Well, we can check on it and we'll get back with David on that.
But they need to be turned in now while the legislature is in session, because January, February, March, they leave.
Yes.
This is early, because the election, and we can't get nothing done if we don't get it in.
All right.
And also on this road paving, you know, we had discussed some different areas that needed attention right now. And did we approve that already?
Yes, sir.
I've got some hounding me, the.
I have too. Marietta Street is awful over there.
Yes,
That community out there, what do they name that?
Westover.
Westover
Marietta
Heights.
look bad,
Yes, we got Marietta, that's the next one to do is Marietta Street. And as soon as we get it done, we'll work on those. They're gonna work on Cedar Street where it's caving in.
Yeah.
That's on the list to do. North Road, which has already been voted on and approved, that's all on the list to be done
They're
already.
supposed to do something like community center in front of it, it's been approved. And then it's not enough parking over there, everybody is on me about not enough parking, so I got with David on looking to see if he can fix another area to park. Because that place is being used now, I mean used.
Right, but David has the proposed
every
list.
week it's
Apologize
full.
about him not being able to be here tonight.
I think it's kind of an emergency to get with him on this grant stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
for the
I do too.
January
Because if
things.
it don't get
It's gotta be
in,
turned in.
We can seek out other people to look for the grants as well, if
Absolutely.
he doesn't wanna, mess with it or whatever. Because we made that
Yes.
clear at the beginning that we would seek out people that would look for grants for our projects, save the taxpayers some money.
Absolutely. Is there a motion that you would like to put on the table for this item? Or is it just for discussion?
Just to discuss.
Okay. Going on to Ward 4, Ms. Carolyn. Has that already been discussed, what we mentioned on Marietta? or-
It has, that's fine. And
Okay.
then this Twin Hills,
David did leave me a note on Twin Hills, the sewer has to be done before we pave that. He
When's
gave
it
me a
gonna be
note on
done?
that. I don't know.
I mean, this has been going on for months.
Well, we have got the sewer that just got done on Marietta Street. We got the one that was done, not Ellis, what's the one off of it, over there by you? What's the name of that street?
Stanley
Stanley.
Street.
Stanley's just finished it, we just finished Marietta. So the projects have been getting done, we just gotta have the next one on the list to be done.
Oh, well, let's put this one on the list, priority.
And is that it on all the
When
reports?
David does, when he does come back to that next meeting, let's have a list that we can talk to our wards about, hey, this is where you are. And we can't give you an exact date, but we can say that you're in so-and-so list, you know, in order to get it done.
All right, and Sharon has brought me those items. Gary's refund on his insurance is $886.30. 88630. This is back on the consent agenda. And Sharon's refund is 33176, $331.76. Back on the consent, y'all have any questions on those amounts?
What is the other?
331.
886.30,
886.30 for Gary, Sharon is 331.76.
76.
And let's go back to the item we skipped while Sharon was figuring that out, administrative assistant. Sharon?
Okay, so on this, if you recall, when the night that we voted on hiring Courtney, what it is we had posted her pay rate, you know, in the prior budget, and then when we hired her in lower than what the administrative assistant would have been making. Angela would have been moving up to, more than Courtney's making now. So what I'm asking is to just give Courtney the $1 an hour more that she should be at, that is in my budget to pay her. I think that she very well deserves it. She has done a wonderful job.
She been here 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a motion to give it to
Yeah.
her.
Jeff and Tara? Discussion? All in favor? Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. And I made a mistake and did not realize that the 16th was a holiday. So on the work session, we're gonna be gone on the 9th. So the only option is, because of ball games on Tuesdays and Thursdays, to move it to January 23rd.
January 23rd.
Not January 16th. January 16th is a national holiday. Motion to approve the work session for January 23rd.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next, Dan, you wanna tell us about the clarification?
Oh, it's very simple. In the meeting, I think Mr. Jimmy had made a motion to clean 107, and when the mayor was discussing it, he said tear down. So I just wanna make sure that we go back and clarify that this is to tear down. If it is, let's do a motion and get a second on the record. On 107 Marietta, whenever we were doing this, I didn't catch this the other night. I was going back over my notes, and when you made your motion, it was to clean 107 Marietta. And then when the mayor was talking at the end of the motion and voting, he was saying tear down.
It was to take it down.
It was my understanding that it was to raise the
That's your motion to
building.
clarify that and tear down.
What did the owner say he was moving them?
To have a second so we can go into discussion.
Second.
Okay, now go ahead, Jeff, I'm sorry.
But then the owner, then you said Jimmy, the owner, when we were going over that, was gonna take care of that?
The owner is out of,
Yeah, I talked to the owner. They said
Well,
that,
one of y'all.
Lauderdale.
yeah, they said
Yeah.
that they would not re-up her. She had an agreement, she was gonna make payments on it.
Oh, it was bought for taxes.
And that,
Mhm.
yeah, and they said they would not, she has not honored that agreement, they will not enter another agreement with her until, number one, she caught up what she had, or paid them in full, basically, and then the issue with the city was cleared up. So basically, she's squatting right now according to the owner.
Well, they really don't own it anyway, so they just a quick claim deed. So
Carolyn,
that's all that is. I've been through that.
any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And we changed the next one to the apprenticeship, wastewater treatment apprenticeship. This is old business that was left off the agenda, and there is a deadline. Paul, do you have anybody that applied for it?
Michael Lone is confronted with
Michael
Crenshaw.
Crenshaw. I'll make a motion to allow Michael Crenshaw to enter into the wastewater treatment apprenticeship program.
Motion.
Second.
And that'll require a raise
Yes.
every 6 months?
And,
Basically
we
like
had
that.
mentioned that before, so also is a motion, every 6 months,
Yeah.
for a 50-cent raise, as long as he is passing in the program.
Motion for how long?
It's for 2 years, it's every 6 months, should be 4. Motion by Jimmy, second,
No, it's what they all mean.
okay. Karen, Valera. All in favor? Pose same sign. Motion carried.
Thank
Next,
y'all.
I need a, thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Next, I need a motion to go into closed session to assist executive session agreement on potential litigation.
Motion.
Jeff? Sarah, all in favor? All right, we'll step in my office. We're in closed session. for a motion to transfer $500,000 from the water construction account to the gas operations account.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next, I need a motion to go into closed session pending litigation to see if executive session is needed.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. This one shouldn't take too long.
But you didn't bring that home, no.
Thank you. Session, no action taken on the final, executive session. All minds clear?
I want to say one thing. Before we close, I've had a lot of people contact me in my ward for the actions that happened over the weekend, and they want to say thank you to the police department, the policemen that came to their homes and talked to them, how kind they were.
The
I just
being
want to say-
breaking and entering?
Yes. Just want to say thank you from my ward to those police officers.
Okay. And, yes, they're doing a wonderful job. They've apprehended the people that done the breaking and entering, and the police done a wonderful job. Chief Ryan, they're bragging on you in here.
Appreciate it.
And as we adjourn, I'd like to adjourn in honor of Mike Leach. Mr. Jill,
Thank you, Mayor, for the motion.
second. All in favor? We're adjourned. Thank y'all. Hold on one second. Who's trying to buy that property? Y'all can go.